Well, it seems that authority figures, representatives of government, representatives of sinisterly powerful governmental agencies, i.e. the Pentagon and the CIA, et al. It seems that there's a trend recently where these types of people are now talking about how UFOs are real and aliens are real, and that there's even, as I understand it, from having watched the Dark Journalist's latest video, there's even an article in the Wall Street Journal, of all places, about how when we meet aliens, we probably won't have as hard a time understanding them, or them understanding us as we might think, because all language is very similar, or something like that. That's an article that they're now putting out there in the Wall Street Journal. I'm sure it's behind a paywall. I'll try to find it, but but again, these are things being pushed out in mainstream media sources, mainstream media outlets, sources that are talking to mainstream media outlets, and those sources are people like James Woolsey, former head of the CIA, and other really bad people who rule or ruled over us at some point, probably still do in some way, some mode or manner. But anyway, one asks the question, one should ask the question, why are they saying these kinds of things now? Now, let me rewind for a minute. Do I believe that aliens exist? Do I believe in UFOs? Do I believe that UFOs are real? Well, UFOs is anything that you see in the sky that's that you don't know what it is. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's alien. It's just unidentified. But do I believe that alien intelligence is out there? I actually don't care. I know that sounds really strange to say. I'm not that interested in the question. I understand how it's interesting. I get others having an interest level in it. It just strikes me that whether or not alien intelligence exists, it's not going to fundamentally change or shift the way I see life, the universe, and everything. I mean, it will be an interesting thing to factor in if suddenly it comes into our awareness that there's this other race of people from somewhere else that we didn't know about before. But it's not a question that really has ever really interested me that much. Strangely enough, since I'm a science fiction kind of fan, moderately, and when I was younger, when I was a kid, I was a big sci-fi kind of guy. And I love Star Wars, of course, the real Star Wars, not Disney Star Wars, and lots of other sci-fi kind of stuff involving aliens. But as far as the question of the fictionality or the reality of aliens, just doesn't interest me. But it does seem to me right now, and this does interest me, that there is something being pushed to get us to believe, to get us to. It's like they're sort of training our minds for something that's going to be either revealed or quote unquote revealed. It'll either be real or it'll be an op. And the op will be done perhaps for some nefarious purpose. There was a speech given by Ronald Reagan to to the United Nations, where he very strangely said, you know, if there was an alien invasion, would we all be able to get together as a human race and to unite against somebody attacking us from outer space? It seems like a really strange thing, strange kind of example to use. I guess if you're wanting to encourage unity between the nations, then, you know, you would maybe think of some kind of metaphor or some kind of scenario where that kind of relationship would gain a certain urgency. But I think it's really strange that he chose that sort of thing to say. Anyhow, that's a precursor, and I know, you know, others in government and just outside of government have talked about alien stuff, and again, the whole alien question doesn't interest me that much, but I do wonder what the hell is up their sleeve, what the hell they're going to try to push on us next, if now they're putting it out there that, oh yeah, we think aliens are real, we think there's plenty of evidence that aliens are real, and you've got people like former CIA directors and other heads of evil organizations, you know, saying things like that. You know, it's just not reasonable to think that in this universe so vast that there wouldn't be other intelligences out there. Something is up with all of that. What will it culminate in? How soon will it culminate in what it's going to culminate in? I mean, are we going to wake up tomorrow and see the motherships appearing over every large city, like in V, that show from the 80s? You know, with the reptile aliens, the aliens that looked like humans, except they had this strange voice synthesizer that made them sound eerie, and then you later found out that you tore off their human faces, and they're actually lizards. They're space lizards who are here to exploit our planet and take some of us away as food, and who eat rats. You know, they just pick up rats by their tails and just eat them live. I mean, and was that part of all of this? You know, even though as cheesy as it seems by today's standards, that was a major, I mean, it was a mini series when it was really popular. It was a big event. It was a big phenomenon. Does something like that get funding if, you know, by major entertainment industry people, if it isn't pushing, you know, or prodding some, you know, the seeding of something, or some kind of nascent op. You know, that's on TV. The president at the time gives a speech to the United Nations about an alien invasion, and now lately all these government types or ex-government types in high places are saying that aliens are real. What is going to happen next? What are we on the brink of? I have a feeling that maybe we might be referring back to this video. Some people are going to be looking back on this video and thinking, man, Nowicki, you were so prescient when you came up with those, when you asked those questions. That is to say, if this video still remains up. You never know with YouTube, but I'll try to repost it. I will repost it on BitChute, but the thing is, BitChute is so crappy right now. They don't, you know, it's like there's like a 20% chance that you'll be able to upload your video there. So, you know, you got YouTube, which is terrible because it's ruled by evil censors who are on the side of the deep state, and BitChute, which means well but just can't get their shit together. heck of a combination. Anyway, I put the question out there to you, and I recommend that you watch Dark Journalist's latest broadcast. Also, Russell Brand has a much shorter video, which I'll try to link to, where he talks about this same issue. It's about 15 minutes long. What is going on? What is the significance of what is going on? Whether or not aliens are real, what are they up to with this kind of talk? You know, that's the question. Thanks for watching, and I'll be interested in anybody's ideas. My name is Andy Nowicki, and you can check out my work at altrightnovelist.com.